When we were starting our fish farm, we calculated the amount of feed that the fish are going to consume from the stocking of the fingerlings to the harvesting, and that was about 6 months. So we calculated that, and we bought the feed according to that period, feed that can last us that long, so that we will not buy feed again till we harvest the fish. Unfortunately, getting to the middle of the production cycle, most of the feed spoiled, and we have to dump or throw them away. Oh, that's unfortunate. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the dangers of feeding your fish with spoiled feed. How or what was wrong with our feed and it got spoiled? Was it storage or what caused the spoiled? We'll talk about that. We shall also look at some of the other causes of food or feed spoilage. We'll also talk about some of the other causes of food spoiled in the fish farming industry. So please stay watching, get inspired, and get yourself prevented from this. The reason we are sharing is that our elders say that when a frog in front falls into a pit, others behind take caution. We have been affected. The way we share with you, then you learn through that, and then we all grow our fish together. Please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and like the video and comment. My name is Abdulaziz Issa. Let's dive in details. As I mentioned earlier, when we were to stock, that we bought the feed that will last us throughout the cycle of the production of the fish. Then we stored the fish. Then we stored the fish feed in the storeroom. What we did was that we get pallets down and loaded all the bags on the pallets, which was fine because to store the fish feed, you don't need to put it on the ground. Put it on something so that moisture cannot get access to it. So we kept it on pallets. Unfortunately, we covered everything with rubber. And you know what? Because we covered it with rubber, air cannot pass through. And one of the issues or one of the reasons that cause food or fish spoilage is inaccessibility of air. So because of this, when we're feeding the fish at the initial stage, we didn't notice. But when we got to the middle, we will open this bag and you will see a lot of the feed, the pelleted feed, if not all, a lot of them spoiled. Color change, it gets muddy, and the scent also change. So this brings us to the first causes of feed spoilage. The number one cause was because there wasn't enough ventilation. Air were not able to pass through. And because of that, the feed spoiled. Another cause of feed spoiled is the heat. If you store your fish feed at a place which the temperature is very high, it can also cause feed spoilage. Another thing that also causes, if water gets into the fish feed or dew or whatever moisture that has access to the feed, is going to spoil the feed. So take note of that. So, and another cause is during packaging. If the producers are not able to dry it very well before packaging, then it can spoil the feed. Or even if they dry it well, but after packaging, there are holes that the sacs is created. This can also cause spoilage. So now all this, when you expose your feed to that, your fish feed will get spoiled. So try to prevent this and you are good to go. Now that brings us to how to prevent your fish feed from getting spoiled. First and foremost, when you are buying your feed, but before we even get there, why did we buy the fish feed that can last us for that long? And the short answer is to cut down costs and to also prevent unforeseen circumstances. Let me explain myself to you. If I say to cut down costs, the constant increasing in the prices of feed is very worrying. For instance, during the beginning of this year, a bag of feed in Ghana was around 200 Ghana cedis. As it stands now, we buy it some around 300 and some 295. Less than a year, look at the margin. So this is why I'm saying that you reduce the cost. But when you buy it in bulk, such increment of fish feed might not affect you. I also said to prevent unforeseen circumstances in the sense that if you don't have that in bulk, it's possible at the time that your fish feed finish, you don't have money to buy to buy feed. But if you have everything stock, you are good to go. So this will cut down the cost of your production. So that was the reason why we bought our feed in bulk. Unfortunately, because of inexperience at that time, we store it wrongly. So you can also do that, but store it the right way, as I have enumerated. Now, having mentioned that, let's now look at preventions. First and foremost, when you are buying your fish feed, make sure that you check the expiring date, because some of the commercial feed, they expire within 6 months after production. So some specifically will write the expiring date and the manufacturing date. It is clear for you. Some might write the manufacturing date, but they will not write expiring date, but they will explicitly mention that it's spoiled or it is best used within this number of months. So take note of that and then read that very well before buying your feed. And make sure that you buy your feed from trusted source, not just any commercial fish feed seller. Make sure you buy it from trusted source. Now, having checked the date and also bought it from experts who are having the morale to have produced the feed for you, make sure that you store it at the right way. That is, don't store it where moisture can have access to it. Don't store it at a place it is too hot. Don't store it and cover it with things that air cannot pass through. When you implement all these measures, you are going to have your fish feed stored properly and reduce the cost. Because all the fish feed that we throw away, we lost great deal like that. And someone will be wondering, why did you throw that amount of feed away instead of using it to feed your fish? And that brings us to the dangers of feeding your fish with the spoiled feed. First and foremost, when you throw the feed that is spoiled on the pond, because when it happened, I tried that severally. The fish will rush, normally like when they get feed, and it indicates that they have appetite they're energetic, and they're ready to eat or to consume the feed. But when they rush, within seconds, you will see them slow down, and the feed will be floating on the surface, and they will not be eating it again. As they just started, they realized that it is just something that is consumable. They will stop. So either they have consumed it or they do not consume it. Both have consequences. For instance, if they do not consume it and you then take it off the fish pond, it's going to be dissolved in the pond, increasing the ammonia level, the nitrogen level, and depleting the oxygen level in the pond. And such is going to cause stress and diseases in the fish and probably lead to mortality. And if they also consume the feed, as it's spoiled, it becomes muddy and it loses the nutrients in it, the nitrogen, the vitamins, all the necessary ingredients or nutrients that will ensure your fish growth are lost. So when they consume, they don't have anything to gain. And for that matter, they will not grow. It will taint their growth. It will not enhance their growth. Another reason is also that when they consume it, it is going to be difficult for it to digest. And as it does not digest, it's going to create a lot of problems for the fish. Diseases, stress, and mortality. So you need as much as possible to avoid feeding your fish with spoiled feed. So this, if you take this into consideration, you are going to have great profit in your fish production. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because fish production cost is higher and feed has taken more than half of the cost of the production. Almost 80% of the cost of production is coming from the feed. So if you're able to manage your feeding very well, you're going to make profit. So if you are buying your fish feed in bulk, consider this and check our blueprint, learn from our mistakes, and we are good to go. Goes, experience is the best teacher. I've shared our experience with you, and I have more videos. I've shared experience. I'm here to share more. So if you want to follow along, please subscribe to the channel and let's grow together. Thank you very much.